And welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Sporting Kansas City 1, Chivas Guadalajara 0 in Leagues Cup 2023 Central 3 Group Stage. Sporting Kansas City 1, Chivas Guadalajara 0-0. In La Leagues Cup Fase de Grupos Jornada 3, Chivas is eliminated from the tournament. Kansas City moves on to the knockout stage. Chivas has no points. They did not get a single point. They did not get a single point. They couldn't score a goal. Well, they scored one goal in the rain delay. Replay, or the restart of the rain delay. They did score a goal, but that wasn't enough. Goals were scored as follows. In the 28th minute, Johnny Russell takes a banger past Rangel. Far post. Beautiful shot by Johnny Russell. 1-0. The captain puts Kansas City up. 1-0. At the half, it was still 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. All the way through since that goal. Kansas City defensively shut down Chivas. Chivas did not look threatening at all. They looked like they had no teeth. Kansas City in the first half was super dominant. Held a lot of possession. And then the second half, they just made sure Chivas had no teeth. They were very comfortable. They felt very, very, very comfortable throughout this match. Kansas City absolutely dominated. They absolutely dominated Chivas. Kansas City wanted it more. They legitimately wanted it more. Stats are as follows. 63% possession to 37% possession. 14 shots to 7. 3 shots on goal to 1. 663 passes to 387. 90 pass accuracy, 90% pass accuracy to 85. 9 fouls to 16. 1 offside to 0. 0 yellow cards to 3. 0 red cards to 0. 3 corners to 3. I cannot believe how great Kansas City played tonight. Kansas City wanted it more, but they played amazingly. They looked like a class above they normally do, and they've been arguably pretty good this year. They've been arguably pretty good, but they looked like a class above. A class above. They did. I didn't see anything that made me think like, oh, Chivas will come back. No, they needed to score 2 goals, and they needed to win outright, and they couldn't do it. They barely could even, well, they didn't even score 1, but they didn't even get close. Peter Vermees outmanaged Veljko Paunovic. That is facts. But Kansas City, what a game. Amazingly defensively amazing. Pulskamp does the job he needs to whenever he needs to make a save. Pulskamp makes the saves he needs to make. So he did his job. Johnny Russell puts the team on his back like it was 2018, 2019. The captain steps up. The midfield pretty strong. The defense is strong. Leibold looked amazing. He's a warrior, I gotta say. Leibold is a warrior. That back line, pretty good. Gadi Kinda played well. Box to box, he played well. They even won without starting Daniel Shalhoub. Or Willie Agata, for that matter. Like, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's how good Kansas City were tonight. They didn't need 2 of their best players to play. Really, they didn't. Eric Tommy was sort of definitely not there, I would say. He was sort of quiet, I would say. Eric Tommy, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. With that being said, again, for me personally, I think that when it comes down to it, Kansas City wanted it more. They out-tacticked Chivas. They wanted it more. Chivas looked bad, honestly. They just looked like they didn't even care. And all they had to do was win the game outright. That's all they had to do. And they couldn't. Chivas, My thoughts for y'all is this is a fracasso of epic proportions. You could sort of explain away blowing the league, blowing the final, the Liguilla final. You could sort of explain that away as Tigres has more history, more mentality, more experience in cup finals. And of course, that sort of came to affect the second leg. You could sort of explain that away and excuse that away. Tonight, though, losing to Cincinnati and then losing tonight, Cincinnati is the best team in the league in MLS. I'd say they were a slight favorite, but being dominated by Cincinnati, yeah, no, that's really unexplainable. And then you lose to Kansas City, being dominated by Kansas City, who were good this year, but not as good as Chivas. This league's cup as a whole for Chivas is a fracasso. It is. I expect them to go deep. They did not. I expected them to go deep. They did not. And it's honestly sad that Chivas just came up limp like this. I am absolutely befuddled as to why. My best thought is losing the league having a mental toll on them? They've been pretty good throughout Liga MX. They've got their results. Is losing the league have a mental toll on them? Is that what it is? Because I don't understand why this team was just so bad over 2 games against 2 teams that one they should have beaten and the other they had an equal chance to beat. And you're telling me that they can't do it. They can't do enough just to get out of the group, let alone win the group. I mean, explain to me how that makes any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. When you look at the situation, Chivas should have been second, if not arguably first in this group. Not third with no points. This is a fracasso. Absolutely. And utterly. 3 months ago, they were on the top of the world. Now they look like fools. And you could say, but Seattle got knocked out. St. Louis got knocked out. Toronto got knocked out. Okay. True. We're not the only ones. But Chivas were arguably the best team in that whole group. If we're being completely 100. And they got knocked out. I expect better out of Chivas. I really do. They got to do some soul searching over the next 20 days before they play their next league match. They do. You can't have this. You just can't. And I'm not saying sack Paunovic. I'm not saying there needs to be big change, but you got to soul search. There's got to be some soul searching down there in Guadalajara. There has to be. Because if not, it'll just keep going. It'll just keep snowballing, and you don't want that. So with that being said, man of the match for me is Johnny Russell. He scored the 1 goal, and he put Kansas City on his back. Johnny Russell deserves man of the match. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed, send super chats on the live streams, comment on this video, put us in playlist, share with friends and family, all that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow. If you're a Dynasty star for the month ahead for August 2023, everybody, I will see you for the Leagues Cup. Actually, hold on. I will see you for the live stream watch along of Real Esteli vs. Shelahu in the CONCACAF Central American Cup live. Then after that, I will premiere my Leagues Cup knockout predictions with a little bit of group stage recap, but it won't be a recap every group. It'll be more like, here was my overarching thoughts from the group stage. Let's move on, because if I didn't, it'd probably be a 60-minute video, and honestly, if I'm recording it in the morning, I really don't feel like doing a 60-minute video. So I'll talk about the group stage about for 5 to 7 minutes, but I'm mostly going to predict the knockouts. So after that stream, 45 minutes after that stream, I will premiere my knockout predictions and group stage recap for Leagues Cup. And then after that, by that time being done, my Shelahu Ralistelli review should be up tomorrow. So it's a very tight window, but there's a lot of content tomorrow for y'all, and I hope you enjoy it. So with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow, and have some fun. We'll have some fun on Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you later.